Hey, what's up, everyone? Sean J here.
And I'm Taylor Reggie, and today we are joined by world champ and recent Major 2 champion, SlasheR.
SlasheR, how are you feeling today? The vibes have to be up after this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, I'm feeling great, right? Like, we just pulled out a miracle run from losers bracket round one to come
Miracle.
back and win the tournament. Also with a fill-in, so there's I don't know if anyone will ever be able to repeat that. So I'm obviously feeling good.
Definitely. In the transitioning into the major, you guys head in. What was the mindset that you and the team had, knowing that you had a sub and a losers bracket start?
So the mindset was like, I mean, I even tweeted it kind of. It's just like make the best of the situation. It's obviously not somewhere we wanted to be in, but with Pierce's health, like it's
Yeah.
something. It's just a spot we were put into, and we're hoping he gets better. But it was just about getting the CDL points, making the best of the situation. I was realistically hoping to get like a top 6, top 4. Like maybe we could do better than that, but as long as we just got some points to put ourselves in a good position for champs, I was gonna be happy with the weekend.
For sure.
All right, so speaking of playing with Spart this weekend, did your role within the team change during this weekend at all? And if it did, how so?
Yeah, I would say it definitely changed a little bit. I think like even in S&D, in really all modes, I kind of had to switch up a lot of things I was doing, like breakoffs, for instance. Spart liked to do a lot of the same things that I did, so I was like, okay, you do that, I'll figure this out. And then S&D, like there were some times where he was really good at a map and he liked to play the same thing that I did, so I was like, okay, you go for that, I'll figure it out. And then there was maps he wasn't comfortable on. I was like, okay, this is what you're gonna do. Since you're not comfortable, I'm gonna keep doing my thing. And so yeah, it was just about like a give and take and trying to make him as comfortable as possible, and also Ace and McCollar as comfortable as possible, so we can get some wins on the board.
And I feel like it definitely showed you guys were like, kind of filling in the gaps where you needed to and stuff like that. But obviously, Spart came in, used the Volk, kind of put it into the mix. How did you feel about that? Were you a fan of it?
Yeah, I mean, I remember him bringing it up to me. It was like the day before the event in practice or something like that. He was talking about the Volk on the like low gauge, some of the smaller maps, and I was like, hey man, like I'm not a fan of trying something new. Like I want to stick to what I practice, you know what I mean? But like if that works for you, like go for it. And then he started using it in practice, and he was doing really good with it. Like I even picked it up sometimes, and I was like, okay, it's not too bad. Like go for it. Like do your thing. Like as long as you're confident and playing your game, like we have a chance.
And obviously it showed. And you had a lengthy losers bracket run. Did you guys go into each match knowing you'd come out with a dub, or was it kind of a round by round, game by game kind of approach?
No, it's definitely always round by round, game by game, even map by map. Like you just gotta take it one at a time. And like I feel like as we played on, we continued to get better. So like we played hard competition. Like if you look at our run, like we played really tough competition. But I feel like we just kept getting better and better with every map we played. And honestly, going to like the game fives was good for us. Like I think if we would have 3-0'd a lot of the teams, we might not have got more reps that would have helped us in the finals. Because like I think when we finally got to the finals, we had played so many maps, we'd been in so many situations together as a team that we played our best Call of Duty, and that's why we were able to take down Atlanta FaZe.
Definitely. And it really shows, dude, like 100%.
All right, so prior to Major 2, the last championship you won was during Anaheim 2019. We actually calculated the days. That was 1,022 days since the win. How did it feel this past weekend knowing everything you've been through since last winning one of your championships?
I mean, it was great. Obviously, like I don't know how to really put it into words. Like as a competitor who's won before and seen so much success, like as time goes on and you don't get any more wins and stuff like that, and then last year I was benched, like you almost start to doubt yourself in a sense, like in like will I ever win again? Like I don't know, because I'm not putting myself in positions to win. I wasn't placing like top 3 or something like that. So but I always like pride myself in being like a really mentally tough competitor and always having belief in myself. And I mean I even said it all the time. Like people used to give me crap for it. Like I was like, listen, when we get back to LAN, I'm gonna win again. Like I have full confidence I will win again. And it was like 3 or 4 LAN events before I did it. So I don't know, I'm a man of my word. I proved right. Like
You really are, bro. And in the game 5 against Boston, Capsule shot your body, which was obviously a surprise to me. Did that light an even bigger fire within you to get the job done?
I don't know. I don't really like read into those situations too much. Obviously, like it does like kind of as a competitor, like you know what that means. It's almost like a BM type thing. So like
Yeah.
in the back of your mind, you're like, whose body is he shooting? Does he know who I am type thing, you know what I mean? But in the moment, I'm not too worried about it. I'm just like thinking about, okay, what are we gonna do next round? But the funniest part about it is Kyler Hook in the moment was like right when he started shooting bodies, like everyone could see it obviously because Cap is the last guy alive.
Yeah.
Kyler's like, ooh, I love that, which was funny to me. So,
Funny.
but hey, I mean, I turned up from that moment on and played
was
really
lights
well
out
the
from
rest of the
there.
time. Yeah, so mistake on his part
You're-
for sure. You gotta learn the tough way.
Well, it seems like your teammate got a little hype for you because that man went crazy.
Yeah, my teammates, I mean, they were all getting hyped. I'm not too much big of a hype player anymore. I used to be, I feel like when I was younger, but I feel like nowadays it's more about kind of keeping them level-headed and reminding them what the job is and stuff like that. But my teammates were going crazy. Like they released like a comms video. You can go watch it. They're yelling and stuff the whole time. So obviously that energy is good to be around. You feed off of it.
Yeah, like when they, fade to you, I always look at you and I'm like, calm, cool, and collect. Like you cannot teach that. Like, okay, it's easy to be hyped, but to just be locked in and stay locked in those moments, like we really commend you for that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Moving forward to grand finals, was there anything that you discussed internally with the team that you needed to execute to beat FaZe?
I don't think there's anything we super discussed or like super worried about going in against them. The big thing was just like we said before every series prior, like guys, like we're playing Atlanta FaZe, like we have nothing to lose. Like let's just go out and have fun and be confident and play our game. But the thing that kept circling back in my mind, I didn't want to like bring it up too much, was that we need to get a respawn. Like I was like, we're really good at S&D. I was like, in order to win this series, it's going to come down to winning a respawn. And we actually took 2 off of them. So when we got the second one is when I kind of knew that we were going to win. But I think that was the biggest thing. Like I said, we just played our best Call of Duty in the finals. So that's how we were able to take them down.
Yeah, and my next question was, like at what point in the best of 9 did you realize, oh, we got this, we're gonna win this championship? But were any of the maps kind of like iffy for you guys? Were you kind of like worried about any of them? Obviously, the Gavutu hardpoint, people are like, oh god, but like the rest of the map set, were you guys comfortable with those maps and those modes?
Yeah, we were pretty comfortable with almost everything, which is surprising being a pickup team. The first map was Gavutu, which we all knew, like going in, like that was gonna be a tough one. Like we hadn't been playing well on it the whole weekend, and FaZe is a really dominant team, so they kind of took it to us on that map. But we all knew, like, man, that we expected to lose that in a sense. You know what I mean? Like it would have been great to win, but don't worry about it. Like let's move on. Let's get this search. If we get this search and even out the series, we'll put ourselves in a good spot. But I think the moment that I kind of knew that we were gonna win was we won the Gavutu control, which was huge, but like it still wasn't enough yet. And then the Tuscan hardpoint, it was like a P3 or something like that. I got a 3-piece on the back of the 3P or like P3 hill, and then once that happened, I kind of knew. I was like, wait a second. I was like, these guys are kind of like they're kind of giving it to us right now. And then we won the hardpoint. And from there on, I just knew we were gonna win.
I love that. No, if you could feel it, the energy shifted a little bit. It was a neck and neck Tuscan, and I feel like that's the point where I'm like, oh my god. I remember I tweeted, guys, we're about to witness LAG win a major championship through the losers bracket. Like you guys had it on lock.
Were the vibes on stage just completely different when you guys noticed, obviously, that you had fans in the crowd cheering for you? Like that is. It's kind of like, during the Optic games, it seems like just everybody switched over and everybody instantly became an LAG fan and they just wanted you guys to win.
Yeah, that having the crowd behind you is such like a surreal feeling. Like it's so hard to like describe, but like you're almost like, first and foremost, you're playing for like, yourself, your teammates, the people sitting next to you, the organization, like the people you're with every day. But once you like have the crowd behind you, hundreds or thousands of people, like you start to play for them too. Like, you know what I mean? You want to win for everyone out there supporting you. And it's just such a good feeling. Like it's something like I've usually been on the opposite end of it because I've always been playing against Optic. I've been the guy trying to shut the crowd up, you know what I mean? But it's so cool, and I'm glad that like especially Spart got to experience that, because this was like his first big moment, and having the crowd behind him, he's probably like, for him it's probably even crazier because I've been playing for a while, so I've experienced it before. But it's just such a good feeling.
Kind of wrap things up here. How do you feel like this championship specifically will impact your legacy in Call of Duty history?
That's a tough one. I don't know. It's really hard to say because I don't see myself finishing anytime soon, but I feel like this was a big one because I had to, in a sense, prove myself again. Like the community was kind of doubting me, and if you went on the Reddit's, Twitter, whatever it may be, like people were calling for me to retire. Like they don't understand that like I still have it. You know what I mean? Like the results may not have been there, but I'm telling you, I will retire when I know I can't win anymore. Like I'm not gonna play if I feel like I can't win. And I knew I could win. Like I said, I always believe in myself, and I went out there and did it. So now it's a sense of like people are like, okay, wait, we were wrong about this guy. He's still got it. He's still the SlasheR of old. And hopefully, like I just continue to build my legacy even farther from here on out.
And following the big win, you tweeted, "I am the king of the losers bracket. I am the king of LA. Put some respect on my name, champs. S tier." And everyone who watched the event undoubtedly agrees with you. You are the champ of the losers bracket. You are the champ of LA, which is very dope to hear. Hearing the crowd get behind you and the team was something incredibly special.
So, again, I just want to say big congrats on the win. I think I speak for everyone when I say we are definitely looking forward to seeing what this team will do throughout the rest of the season.
And we appreciate you coming on to talk with us, and good luck to you and the team for the rest of the season.
Thank you guys so much. It was fun being on here. Until next time.